and I hope you all had a good week and you had a chance to, you have a chance to relax a little bit today and have a good weekend. Um, so I decided to do a video on my Creed fragrances, that all the Creed fragrances that I own. I mean, I know Creed is mostly kind of known by their, um, the Creed, um, like Aventus and all of that, but and don't get me wrong, they do smell good. Like I mean, I have tried few of them, like the Creed Aventus. I think I had a chance to smell Millésime Imperial. It was a good fragrance, but these are the Creed Aventus fragrance. I mean, Creed fragrances that I own, and I think I used to have Creed Aventus for her, and that smells good, but I have a huge collection and at the end of the day, I decided to just let go of it. So now starting with, I'm gonna say that Creed fragrances are good, but they do not worth the full retail money. I don't think so. Like I mean, they are massively overpriced for what they are in the secondhand market and gray market. You can get them for a good price, but they are also getting faked quite often. I see often on AliExpress and other sites. All the even the like the newest bottles are getting there are fakes of the new bottles. So it is kind of concerning that there are so many fakes of it in the community. So nobody's in. Let's start with first thing. So what I have here today, it's the Creed Virgin Island water. Mine is not an old formulation of it. I think it's must have been like 2022 or something that I got it. There's Creed Sublime Vanille. There is Carmina, Centaurus, and Delphinus. And then I have Love and Black in a flacon. So with that, let's go start with the Virgin Island water. I know there's a lot of hype about the old formulation of the Virgin Island water. This is a nice one for summer. And none of these I've got retail, by the way. It's all from, yeah, I have none of them I've got retail for the retail price. So the Virgin Island water, it's a nice one for summer, I would say. It's good for a Grandica rating at 4.3. Launched in 2007, was created by Olivia Creed and Irving Creed. And the notes are coconut, lime, white bergamot, Sicilian mandarin, ginger, ylang ylang, Indian jasmine, hibiscus, white rum, sugarcane, and musk. So there's that. Let's take it for a spin. I don't know where I put my tester strips, but let's try Virgin Island water. So sorry if I'm like self-made. Oh, so good. Like a lot of times I take this out and I'm like, should I sell this? Should I sell this? And then I do take it out and smell it and I'm like, ah, this is so good. I put it back. Like, I'm like, I love this one. So what I get from off top is that lime, that really, really fresh lime. And then combined with the coconut. So lime it has a little bit more of that. It's not sharp, but how can I say? It's like really a good zest of lime, and the top notes are absolutely beautiful. And the coconut is there. It's a nice coconut. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a suntan lotiony coconut. Then as it goes, the middle florals come in with the ginger, and it is sweet. Don't get me wrong. It's a sweet fragrance, but it's not like too sweet or like tooth decaying sweet. Really, really nice one for summer. If anyone wants to give it a try, I think it's totally worth trying. However, not at the retail price. Like it's just highly overrated for overpriced for what it is. That's a nice fragrance. I would pay like I would say I'd pay like 250 Canadian for that size, but I wouldn't pay any more than that. That's where I draw the line at. Is not something that, you know, super niche or like mind-blowing, but it's very, very nice fragrance. The next one is the Sublime Vanille, or and this is from in a specific collection. I think, what is it called? This collection is called something else, where the bottles are looking like this. They are Royal Exclusive Collection. And these bottles are uber pricey, like even more than like the regular bottles like Virgin Island water and whatnot. These Royal Collection bottles, let me see how much it's cost right now, but it's a lot of money for this line. So when I'm looking online to see how much it costs, so it comes in this bottle, and they also come in flacons, and the 75 ml is 775 Canadian dollars, which is insane. And 250 ml is 1,429. Okay, well, that's a little bit better in some ml wise, but it still is absolutely insane. And usually the ones that you can find in the gray market and like don't have the cap, and I have a little bit of a cap OCD, so I needed to get one with cap, and this is actually a birthday gift to me from a very, very good friend. Thank you very much. He slipped it in a package that I got from a famous seller, and you know, he's like, so and then he asked them to include this one with the cap, and he did. And then I opened the package and was like, what is this? Like, there's another fragrance in here, more than what I bought. But it was very, very nice. So this one, I would say this again, I would pay maximum $400 for this one. This is a really, really good vanilla, and I would pay $400 for the bottle, but not more than that. Like, that's doesn't worth it at retail. So it was launched in 2009. Nose behind it is Olivia Creed. The notes are lemon, bergamot, vanilla, jasmine, tonka bean, and musk. And this is not any sort of complex vanilla or any vanilla that you would like, oh my god, I've never smelled a vanilla like this. But it's really, really good quality, like and lovely, and lasts for long. Oop. And the bottles are kind of nice, like, you know, I like the look of the bottle. Yeah. They have really done a good job in mixing that beautiful quality top notes, lemon and bergamot, and the vanilla, and there is a musk and tonka bean. I mean, I can smell all of the notes. It's just a combination, and sometimes it's not about what it is in the notes. It is about like what's the percentage, what's the composition, what's the quality of the ingredients that are in a fragrance that makes all the difference. And this is a really, really good one. Again, it's sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet. I would say this would be good for like the spring, not summer. I would say this is a little bit too sweet for summer, but it would be a good one in spring, winter, fall, like all those seasons. I mean, we have all of that here, but and you know what? Summer nights, like when it's cooling off, like that might be a very nice one. This is really, really good. I absolutely love this one. I should wear it more. Hi, Hannah. Guys, please, drop your scent of the day. Say hi. Like the video if you think the video worth liking, and subscribe if you haven't. Oh, this is so good. In fact, I may pick it up as a scent of the day. Like, it's very, very nice. Next one that I have been thinking about getting, I don't know. I'm kind of sitting on a fence on this one. This is Creed Carmina that I want to talk about. And I don't know why, like, so traditionally the fam line, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, traditionally traditionally the femme line would come in 75 ml and sometimes 250 ml flacons. But like last year, and I think this is Delphinus was like a more feminine leaning release. This came in 100 ml, and like now it's kind of all mismatchy. Like I know that the Creed Aventus for her also comes in 75 ml, but anyways, that's OCD, part of me talking. Talking about Carmina. Carmina was the 2003 release. And it's says, it doesn't talk about who the nose is behind it. So my hesitation, I like the cherry in this. I really, really like the cherry in this, but I'm not big on saffron or rose in general. So that's the only point that makes me sometimes think, should I sell this or should I keep it? Should I sell it? Should I keep it? But I've used quite a bit of it actually. And this is not like I do decant, but like I haven't decanted that much of it, so I used quite a bit of it. If you like cherry, the chances are that you would like this one. So good. Here's the thing, like, so I spray it and I'm like, this is so good. But maybe the problem is this is too pretty for me. Like that, it has that rose and peony combination, and rose, peony, and violet combination plus cherry. And I feel like maybe the personality of the fragrance doesn't really match me. Like I think this would be a very nice one for a very nice girl who's not as intense as I am. And maybe a little bit younger than me. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But I may just take a 10 ml out of it and sell the rest, because I feel like somebody else might enjoy it much better, much more than I do. So that's Creed Carmina. I used to have Queen of Silk. Queen of Silk. Let me just take a look here. Queen of Silk. Queen of Silk was also, I think it was also 2023. No, it's 2024. So beginning of 2024 was Queen of Silk. And that one I liked, but the saffron and the saffron was quite prominent on that one. And also had tuberose. I'm not really a big fan of tuberose. And eventually the ambroxan in it ended up giving me headaches, so I sold that one. But it's a nice one if you like those notes. Now looking at next one, I want to talk about the Centaurus. I don't know if that's how I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, please correct me. So this is Creed Centaurus, and I think this is 2024 release. I think it came like by end of 2024. These two came at the same time, Centaurus and Delphinus. Even though they didn't put a gender on them, I kind of felt like Delphinus were more targeted towards women and Centaurus was like targeted towards men. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I've seen an ad or something that kind of alluded to that. So guys, I didn't 10 people watching. Drop me a comment, say hi, drop me a send of the day, tell me your favorite Creed if you have any. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel it's worthy of anything. So Centaurus here. Let's try Centaurus. It's launched in 2024. Top notes are cinnamon, tobacco, cardamom, and pink pepper. Middle notes are sandalwood, patchouli, heliotrope, geranium, jasmine, vanilla, benzoin, tolu balsam, tonka bean, and ambroxan. And I feel like the both of these fragrances have one thing in common, and it's heliotrope, like that kind of facet, the powdery facet, and it's very, very nice touch actually. Let's try the Centaurus. Really, really like how the top is in this one with the cardamom tobacco. There's cinnamon, but I like that that's not overly sweet. Like it's hard for me to tolerate very, very sweet cinnamon. And patchouli is coming out. and it does get powdery in the dry down, and all those beautiful base notes come in, and benzoin and vanilla and tolu balsam and all of that. So it is a really good one, especially for fall. If you have cold spring, you can wear it in cold there. And it's a good one for winter if you can wear it then. It's really nice and warming up. Like, you know, it's one of those that you just, it's just cozy, some spicy with tobacco. You know, and obviously there's a big difference between the personality of these two. Like, this one is more matches my personality than does Carmina. I'm just thinking maybe I should just sell Carmina and keep Centaurus. It's a really nice one. And you know, in Canada we have so long of a winter and cold season that I can use this pretty much. Let's see what the rating is on Fragrant Code. And you know what, I was surprised to see what people compared this to. The first one I don't know. In the Fragrant Code it talks about Boundless from Amouage. I don't know that fragrance. I have never tried it. The second one is Royal Tobacco Aromatics. Never tried that one. Third one is Amber Eccentrico, which I do own, and it has nothing in common with this one, to be honest. Amber Chromatique from Maison Crivelli, I felt like it had no personality whatsoever at all, and like it wasn't really about amber, versus this one is the Centaurus is quite a lot about amber. Hi Jonathan, how are you? And Red Tobacco, which is the next one, I don't think it has anything similar, any similarities with red tobacco for Centaurus. Like, I honestly, it has nothing to do with Centaurus. It's a very good one though, if you want to get your nose on it. Don't buy retail. I don't even know what this will cost in retail. Hold on, let me see. Centaurus. Does anyone know what Centaurus means? Is it means like 100 years? Like, if somebody knows what it means, I'm obviously ESL, so somebody knows what it means, please drop me, please let me know. I want to know what the word means. I think it's probably 100 years, like something that's 100 years old, no? So it is available in Holt Renfrew, and oh, it comes in 50 ml. All right. Interesting. So these come in 50 ml and 100 ml. The 50 ml is $528. Oh my God. And the 100 ml is $720. Like, that's absolutely insane. Like, that's absolutely insane. I just sold a bottle of this at the 100 ml, brand new, in box for $325 Canadian shipped. So almost half the price. It's a reasonable price. It's, yeah, this is, and I know when I went to Europe, the prices of Creed in Europe was much better than it was here. And I don't know why that is or whatnot. I know like some brands do that, like including Chanel. But I remember, I think like I saw a flacon of 250 ml of Sublime Vanille for like about 800 euro, which at the time was about not more than 1100. That was retail, not more than 1100. And now I'm looking at the Canadian website, it's 1425 for a flacon. So there's quite a bit of difference in even the retail pricing of these between Europe and here. The next one is Delphinus. So Delphinus came in at the same time that the Centaurus came in. I think they came at right about the same time. And probably it's going to be the same in terms of the price wise. Yes, it is the same. So Delphinus is $528 for 50 ml, and 100 ml is $720, which is absolutely insane. Again, doesn't worth the full price, half the price, maybe it's reasonable. And that's even plus tax. So when you're getting a Delphinus at $720, add 12% tax for me, I don't know how much that comes to. That's just insanity. It comes out like probably over $800 like Canadian for this. All right, let's look at Delphinus. So the Delphinus, what I really like, that powdery facet has been really, really amped up in the Delphinus, and it is like right my jam, and it also has iris orris in it, so it really is my type of fragrance. So it was launched in 2024. It doesn't talk about the nose. It's interesting. It doesn't say who the perfumer is. And the notes are almond, incense, black pepper, pink pepper, orris, heliotrope, orchid, bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, leather, amberwood, patchouli. Hopefully the amberwood is not too much. Hi Alicia, how are you? Guys, please like the stream, drop me your scent of the day, say hi, subscribe if you haven't, all of that good things. And to me, not, there used to be a time that I would think that patchouli and rose combination was my, like just would have me in chokehold, right? But recently, I feel like a combination of pepper, incense, iris, and heliotrope, and it just has me in chokehold. I really, really like that combination, and it gives me the powdery, but also the kick and the spice of black pepper and incense to give it some personality, and it truly matches who I am inside, or I think of myself inside. So Delphinus, let's try this one. Does it say is for men or women, or just does it say any, woman and men? Okay, whatever. And so let's try this one. This is really good. For whatever reason, the tonka in this one, it's a little bit smells like cherry-ish. I don't know if you guys have had that experience before. You're eating filet mignon, Rich, okay? Rich Mitch is rich. I love filet mignon, by the way, FYI, in the middle. Filet mignon is my favorite. If I'm going to get a steak or something, that would be filet mignon. And you are watching in a restaurant. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So there is another fragrance, I think, from Soradora. It's called Mandorle. Doesn't have a note of cherry, but the tonka bean in it, I think that's the tonka and almond that come across cherry-like. This is almost the same for me. It's like almost like a cherry vibe, and then has the iris and heliotrope, and in the dry down you will feel more the leather tonka bean. I didn't get much amberwood out of this, but I gotta try. I have used this one, and I didn't get a lot of what do you call it, amberwood out of it. I have to try it again, because some stuff it's starting to really bother me. And it's not about, and somebody told me about this, I don't think it's about whether there is amberwood in it or not. It is that whether how much they're using, and in combination of whatever, that is giving me some reaction. And this hasn't given me that reaction, but it's beautiful. It mostly smells like almond, orris, the heliotrope, and tonka bean. It's like a cherry with leather and powdery, that kind of thing. That smells like. Quite like this one. I don't think that I will get rid of this one at all. The chips had to go back. Crustier than me. Oh, you like Pradeep. You're gonna send the first. All right. The next one I have, and this is really, really an underrated creed, is the it is the Love in Black, Creed Love in Black. The reason I have a flacon is that, you know how it is. Like I saw a 75 ml, and then that was for sale, and I saw also the same discounter website had a 95% full flacon for the same price. And you know how it is. If you have been buying fragrances, and if you're a little bit like me, crazy, you'd know that you will never go for the 75 ml. You'll get the flacon. Won't buy anything Creed after Viking, which is a good release. in my opinion, regardless of what the bros say. All right. Creed on Black. Okay, I just want to see what the price is in retail. I'm looking up on the Hold for Improve website. The Love in Black. Oh, look at this. They've even changed the shape of the Love in Black. So Love in Black used to come in, oh darn it, if I could show it. Let me see if the other phone would show it. So Love in Black used to come in this kind of feminine looking or feminine design of the bottle. And now they've changed it to this more kind of square ones. That's a cool flacon though. It is very cool. It is really, really cool. I didn't, and Creed flacons have a reputation of leaking on transport, and I wasn't very hopeful of getting this at the 95%, but I totally did. And they I don't know how they shipped it, but they shipped it properly. Hold on, let's see. Creed Love in Black. So it used to come in these kind of feminine looking bottles, but now, okay. So you see, here's my other phone. You see how the shape of the bottle is there? Like they used to come in those, and now, so that's how it looked like. But now when I'm looking at the Creed boutique and looking at the Love in Black, oh my, this phone is so slow. It has, all right, it won't load very quickly. So, okay, just get rid of this. And look, and now it's coming in this kind of looking. I think they're just going for unisex and they have it look like unisex. And I know a lot of guys would dismiss this fragrance because they thought it's quite feminine looking, the bottle. Maybe that's the move that they tried to do. So looking at the Love in Black, it comes in 75 ml, and 75 ml was, what's the price? 75 ml is $565. 250 ml is $11.81. And I think this is 250, right? Do I have a 250 ml? I think it is a 250 ml. But I see that, yes, 250 ml. But I see that also it comes in, let's go back. I saw it also comes in, what? Why is this different? It also comes in 240 ml for $9.84. It does not make sense at all. How is that $200 difference between them and there's 10 ml difference? That is interesting. So 250 ml Love in Black is $11.81 Canadian. And then you go back and why is there a 10 ml difference in these flacons? And this is a 240 ml flacon, and that's $984. Well, it's interesting. Hi, Robs, how are you? Angelique Ensemble is a creed that doesn't get the love it deserves. Yes, and I always wanted to try Angelique Ensemble, but I never got my hands on it. I don't even know it's still available or not, but don't mind my stupid testers here. But Love in Black, a friend of mine told me about Love in Black, and I looked online at the ratings in Love in Black, and I'm like, what the fuck you're talking about? It doesn't have good rating, and it's a creed. I'm not sure about it. It's like it has a 3.6 rating on Fragrantica. It was launched in 2008. It was created by Olivia Creed and Irving Creed. This is quite, if you like, this is one of those fragrances that has that cool feeling, not cool being cool personality, in that it's actually cold. I'm not saying cold that doesn't have personality, as I said. It is just, it feels like a breeze, you know. And I think violet and iris can have that property. So it's really powdery. I feel it's a lot more violet as a gamma iodine than it's alpha iodine, which would be iris. But gamma and alpha iodine are like almost synonymously used together in fragrances. There's really little iris fragrance without violet, and there are really little violet fragrance without iris. Violet obviously cannot be extracted, and it is all synthetic. Basically, is a gamma iodine. Iris is, iris can, and then where there's the orris and iris, but there's also like synthetic iris, right? But oftentimes in perfumes, even though they have not mentioned violet, there would be like if there's iris, there would be violet, and vice versa. The notes on this one, it's Italian violet, Virginia cedar, wildflowers, iris, musk, clove, and blackcurrant, and Bulgarian rose. Now, I don't get that typical, when there is that rose, iris, violet combo that would be in old lipsticks. I don't get that. It's not necessarily lipsticky, it's more like a violety. I don't know how I can explain it. It's not that powdery. It's maybe that's not that powdery. Yeah. And it's always the smell of violet. It gives me, it's funny how the certain smells give you feel it in, I don't know if you guys do that, but in a certain part of your, like either nose or throat, and this is a nose violet. I don't know how to explain this. And it's like beautifully mixed with cedar and wildflowers. I don't know what that means, but it's probably adding some general floral tone. I don't really smell blackcurrant in this one, but this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, and if you have not tried it, please give it a try. I think 240 ml flacon. Maybe that's an old, well, it's not old really, because this is 250. Anyways, it's worth the money more than whatnot. Take a look. For this one, I think I paid, if I can even pull it up, let's see. I think I bought this one from Fragrance Buy, and they had this one in the 75 ml traditional bottle, and then they had the flacon, but they were off 95% full, but it was the same price. So here, Love in Black. Love in Black. And when you're buying flacon, you gotta make sure that you're buying from someone really trustworthy. Not that the bottles are not being faked, the bottles are being faked, but the flacon is easier to refill with all sort of shit, like Dua and all those companies are making dupes, and with the gas chromatography and chemical testing, the fragrances and the dupes are getting really, really close to what the fragrance is, and it could be that you're paying so much money for a dupe that is in the genuine flacon bottle. So just gonna make sure that you're buying it from really trustworthy source. So on Fragrance Buy, I see it for $277 for 75 ml, and they don't talk about they don't have the flacon here, but anyways, they did at the time. So $277 for 75 ml is still a lot. Like you can buy it in groups for a little bit less. Was never a flacon guy. Yeah, and Rubes, the only reason I bought the flacon was because it was the same price as the 75 ml. And I'm like, I can either get 75 ml for this, like, I don't know what it was at the time. It was like, I think it was, yeah, it's probably $270. And then the flacon was also $270. And I'm like, well, I get 3 times more for the same price. I did the spice and wood and the selection vert only because I had to. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, I got this and I said, well, because I do decant, and I was like, oh, maybe I could just decant the rest of it. And I do have a lot of bottles because, like I have these, like, for example, these bottles, like, I can fill up one of these bottles and then just use it that way. And that's usually how I do it, or like just put it in one of the, where are those, my travel things, or like I'll put it in one of these travel things and use it. These are quite nice, actually. Look at this. Like I just got it from, I think that I got this one from AliExpress. This is quite nice, actually. This oops, I opened this up, but I think it's, how did we do this? Oh, you open it from this bottom. You open it from this bottom, you just fill it out and just, you know, put it back. It's quite nice, these travel sprayers. If I can put it back, actually. Did I break it? Spice and wood is very nice, and I know that a lot of guys also like talk about spice and wood, but I don't know much about it. Never tried it, so I don't know if can't speak of it. Love and White was not Mitra with the fancy travels. Yeah, Love and White was not my favorite, and I think Love and White has a lot of I think that has neroli. And that might be the reason I didn't like it. Love and White. Let's see. Love and White. Love and White. Yes. So Love and White had... Oh, my nemesis. Narcissus. I can't do Narcissus. So it was Magnolia, Narcissus, Rice, Italian Jasmine, Iris, and Bulgarian Rose. Not for that one. And there was Love and White in summer something. Love and White. Hold on. Love and White. Summer, Love and White for summer, which is kind of a transparent bottle, and that has also Magnolia, Rice, Tuscan Ice. This I might like. I don't know. I have to get my nose on it and see what it is. But it's, anyways, none of the creates worth the retail price. I would say from all of them, I would pay for my Sublime Vanille about like $400. The rest of them, yeah, that's like, you know, $250 maybe for Virgin Island water, $325. I sold a brand new in box bottle, and Centaurus about the same. And then Carmina, I'm not really sure. I may end up selling Carmina. I'm just probably going to take a 10 ml out of it and sell the Carmina. Rob says, I just got Serge Lutin Saracen, La Mer, Iris Silver Mist, and MKK. Looking forward for sniffing them. Oh, Iris Silver Mist. Love, 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 love. Iris Silver Mist is absolutely beautiful. Musk Kublai Khan, I've never tried. Saracen, never tried. La Mer. It's was a little bit of a challenging one for me. I got a bottle. I ended up selling it because the top notes was challenging, and it took a long time for the myrrh to come in. It was a lot of top notes before the myrrh settled in. I felt like it was kind of like an aldehyde at the top note, but there is no aldehydes in the composition. So I don't know what it was that made me think that way. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, turn on the notification button and all of that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making comments, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.